Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to the Adventure Incorporated podcast. It's me. It's your Dungeon Master, Anthony Reed. This is episode 257. It is part of the Shadowfall story arc. Adventure March is in the air. If you have not been to one of our Thursday night live streams, now is the time. This Thursday we're doing a live show that's going to be a blast. It's one of our alternate reality live shows. It's called the Adventure Corporation, and I'm very excited about it. The players have no idea what's coming, and I can't wait. So you come and check it out. Come watch that on twitch.tv/SRSBIZ_network at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday. Just clear your Thursdays for the month and come join us every Thursday night. They're going to be fun. Everything will be fun. There will be no unfun things that we do. I'll be very surprised. Let's put it that way. If anything is unfun, I'll be shocked. I want to thank our patrons at patreon.com/adventureinc who make all of this stuff that we're doing, like the stuff for Adventure March, possible. They're amazing. They support the show in ways we can't fathom, and they just do so much great things. This community is fantastic. I'm not going to get there. We will talk about this in like 3 weeks. Okay, I'm going to hold off. And we'll talk about it then. But I guess this is kind of an important episode, so I'm just going to stop talking. Our patrons are amazing. Thank you, patrons. You're the best. You can be a patron too. Go and become one. Support the show. Be great like them. And now I'm going to get to this episode because, frankly, I don't want to wait anymore. It's blowing my mind. So let's get started. Nobles and farmers, knights and scoundrels, gather round to hear a tale of excitement and mystery. Brave adventurers facing grave dangers. Keth the monk.
A lighter subject, how's the whole corruption of the Iora Church going?
On a lighter subject?
Yeah.
Jebeddo the rogue.
We're basically family. So do you want to admit to your family that all you want to do is learn how to read so that you can read pornos?
Jennuvera the sorcerer.
Oh my god, guys, it worked! The plan worked!
High fives!
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god! We should have a plan more often!
Asher the druid barbarian.
With my nipples? Why are my nipples not convincing?
Prepare yourselves, for this is the tale of Adventure Incorporated.
I'm so mad at you, Anthony.
Guys, I legitimately 0% thought this was going to happen.
Let's go.
100% this was part of season 3. All right. So, where do you want to do this?
Probably the Adventure Inc.
So,
compound.
you can go to the compound. That's ground zero for Shadow right now.
Yeah.
Oh. No.
So, the Shadow avatar is there.
Why don't we just do it in the forest?
They've
currently
just
in.
finished securing it,
Yeah.
and they're building their new home. Let's do it in fucking Paraneth. Honestly, then we've got some
Let's do it in Verena.
geographical leeway to...
Fuck Callus.
Oh,
Your expectation should be that there will be some amount of damage from this.
Right.
Right.
So, Paraneth it is.
That's why. Yeah. What's another?
Like in the middle of a field, so not
fucking
near people.
Ishtara. Let's just go to fucking Ishtara.
So here's my question with Ishtara. So do we still need to talk? Do we still need to figure out the elemental planes?
So again, you have an inclination that when the time comes,
okay,
you will be faced with the. So here's how I should have said this. that with this plan in motion, when the time comes, you will be faced with the challenges you must face to bring those elements to line.
Okay. So then I would say no to Ishtara as well, because, like, if we blow up the desert, that's an entire civilization underneath it.
True. And, I mean, they're all crystal.
Well, they're
so
only
then
in the
definitely,
city.
definitely can't get them anymore.
Aren't they only in the city? Not.
Well, there's tunnels that, like, go through, but...
That was like a country, but then the city you had crystal people. But there's tunnels from the city everywhere in the country.
That was what I thought.
Many places in the country, I guess, would be the answer.
Blowing up the ground sounds bad.
Yeah.
What about Cleven's farm?
Okay, my vote is for Paraneth. Raise your hand if you agree.
It's fucking in the middle of nowhere in Paraneth. That's bad.
Yeah.
Middle of nowhere, Paraneth.
Okay.
Oh.
Is that where Cleven's farm is?
No.
No.
Oh. Well, then I disagree.
In the
What's your
volcano.
Gebeddo?
Is there any reason that we would do it in the cave where the dragons had their conclave? Could we do it there?
Oh.
As like a place of power for Herrick's?
Certainly.
Cool.
That seems great.
Cool. It's a meeting, hopefully. Not
And it's
power.
not it's not too close to
Anything.
any towns.
No, remember it was in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it's in the mountains and up, like,
My
away
association
from...
was we stopped at your town.
Sail.
And then we got there, and I couldn't remember if it was a matter of like a 2-hour walk after
it was
sale
days.
or
It was
days
annoying.
after. Okay.
What's his face?
Yeah, yeah.
Your
Because
dad
it
just
Because we were traveling via Faye. Yeah.
Oh,
and
that's
then he
right,
left.
that's right. Okay. Because in my memory, it was 30 seconds after we left sale. Because
Right, we
your dad
shortcutted some stuff,
walked
but it was
like
annoying.
a crazy person.
Right. Okay. No, that's cool with me. I thought it was too close.
Fair.
I didn't want Gebeddo's future to blow up.
No, I think it's far enough away from Sale and far enough away from the palace. There may be, some village or something gets caught up in it. But what's a village between friends?
Between gods.
What country is this?
Paraneth.
Paraneth.
No. Yeah, it is Paraneth.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
Paraneth. So I think you travel with Lanier to that place, and it goes pretty quickly. Lanier does the little trick again where you all move great
plants?
distances in a short amount of time. You could do that. Paraneth doesn't have a lot of plant life
It's true.
that Asher's super
Not travel
familiar
through
with.
rocks.
True.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I have to be familiar.
but on foot it doesn't really take all that long. It takes like a day to get there because that's how he do.
Speed walking.
Sometimes it be that way.
And there is so as far as the gods are concerned, when you left, they gave you a means to like give them intention of where to meet for this to happen. So you pass your intention to them, and as the four of you and Lanier arrive at the cave, standing outside the cave is a bevy of angels.
Oh boy. This is going to be fun.
There is an angel of Virillion, Oleander, Mercus, Iora, Salius. They are all there. The only one that you fully recognize is Teledoc.
No Patrick angel form?
There is a Virillion angel. It's not Patrick.
Gotcha. And it's not like it's one angel of each. It's not like flocks of angels.
Correct.
for lack of a
Correct. They
better
have sent
term.
one
Okay.
angel of each.
Okay.
Thank you for that description, Anthony. Now describe what happens next.
So as you step up, the angels, especially Mercus, like you see the Mercus angel reach for the flaming sword that it has on its back. The other angels definitely seem to be on edge around Lanier. who stands like a foot and a half behind you, right? Like he lets the four of you make a wall in front of him. Yeah. And the teledoc.
They must have been talking to each other, right? So, like, what's that conversation look like for an hour?
No. In fact, you can feel the tension between them as you approach.
I don't like
that. You know that they're here to do a job. They have been sent to do a job. And it does not seem like the angels are particularly interested in conversing with one another.
So these are, like, different high school cliques?
Yeah,
I think that's probably fair.
The weird one. The smart one.
Are you going to put them in detention?
Only,
the rebel.
Only on Saturday.
All right. Hey, everyone. Thank you for being here. I know we all know we have a job to get done. So let's do it.
You have picked this place to be where we shall rise. The slumbering one?
Yes.
The angels, like Teledoc looks out. He moves his head from side to side, looking out, and he says,
"This will be a large space needed for him to rise."
It seemed the most appropriate, given his connection to this place.
Perhaps it would be best.
And he puts out his hands, and there's a flash of green, and you're all, like, on an opposite, like an adjacent mountain, looking back at the space. And then he lowers his hands and he says,
"We must not be in the space of power, if that is where you wish for him to come."
Right, gosh, that would be so, yeah. He's like coming up from the ground and we're like standing on it. Jennifer is very uncomfortable.
She's playing it so cool, though.
Lanier pats you on the shoulder.
She looks at you.
They stare down at Lanier. The angels. And Lanier leans in.
Oh, wait, they left him down in the space?
No, he's with you as well.
Oh, okay. When you said stare
the
down...
longest arm to pat you on the shoulder.
Oh, right. Sorry.
And they're just staring at over Lanier like, you coming or what? Lanier leans into the four of you.
For all the way from the other mountain.
From the other mountain, he leans.
His head
he looks like Mr. Fantastic. He says, I don't know how this process goes.
I think they're gonna do it.
Are they?
We just have to be here.
I thought you would do it.
Yeah.
You're the one who put him to sleep.
No, guys.
I thought
we are gonna do it.
They were gonna handle it.
We know how.
No, that's a different thing that we know how to do.
Shit.
Yeah, we can't do that now.
The teledoc says,
"Is there a problem?
Do you know how to do this?"
Guys. Is it... I mean, the ritual Gorm did had all the magic, the items of power in a circle of some sort. Right?
Yeah. Maybe we do that. Everyone stand in a circle.
Do you have items of each of the schools of magic to power this?
Yeah.
Everything but transmutation.
There, like, teledoc stops and blinks.
You have no means of transmutation?
Well, I do. Maybe.
Lanier says, if you have items of these powers, then present them.
Well,
I guess.
I don't have an item. I just have a little bit of transmutation in me every day.
Then I guess you would be one of these items.
So we need to be in the mountain then.
No. I think we can do it here.
Okay, that's good.
And we will just... I can do my part here, which is that if there is a conduit to the sleeping one, I can change that which he is, which is to say that he was sleeping, and I can make him not sleeping.
Gebeddo fishes through his bag and pulls out the brain of the Mind Flayer and hands it to Jennuvera and says, I don't know if this will help.
Thanks.
What? I don't even remember what the item of transmutation was.
Wasn't that illusion?
No, it was this one. Wasn't it?
No, transmutation was...
No, transmutation was
Shape
the first
taker.
thing that Keth
was the
destroyed.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I have transmutation in me.
No, you don't. It's gone.
You ate it, and then you exploded it out of you. You borfed it.
I was hoping that was a long-term thing.
No.
Not this time.
You got this, Jennuvera.
Teledoc says,
We can take this arcane power. We can make it stronger, embolden it, and with enough power, it can be used for this ritual.
Jennuvera takes her pendant of divination off and hands it to him.
Yeah. Gebeddo hands over enchantment and conjuration.
Asher hands over abjuration, and he picks up the pendant of necromancy. Before giving it over, says, "Good luck, guys," and then he hands it over.
Keth hands over evocation.
and so you have now 7 items splayed out on the ground in a circle, right? Because, you're missing one, illusion.
Gillick's shield.
I gave Gaelic shield.
Oh, sorry.
Asher had it. Yeah.
And then illusion. Yeah, we're missing
The
illusion.
mask. Who
Someone's
had the
got
mask?
illusion.
Oh, right.
Gebeddo, how did you end up with 3 of these? I only had 1.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody else wanted them.
He's got the bag.
I wanted conjuration.
It's a little late for that.
Oh, it is.
That was like number 1.
Was it? No, whatever.
Abjuration was first. It's fine.
Oh, yeah.
So the 7 items are on the ground.
I have that.
And Teledoc motions to you, Jennuvera, to fill the 8th spot.
She does.
We can empower you all. And if he can bring the voice of change, you must only do the ritual that drives this magic deep into the ground, that it might touch Herix, that it might carry with it the power we seek.
It's so weird to be on this side of it. As Gebeddo's like helping lay out the items in the same order that he like remembers from before.
It will be incumbent upon you, Gebeddo, Asher, and Keth, to perform the ritual that Gorm performed.
Lanier He says, "You spent some time as Gorm, did you not?"
Yeah.
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 Well, time to put that to use, I guess.
Who was in the reality where Herrick's... Nobody was, right? Nobody was in the reality where Herrick's woke up.
No, but somebody was in there where the ceremony was disrupted.
Everyone but Jebeddo was performing the ceremony in some capacity. I guess only
Jennuvera wasn't,
Yeah.
because
Well,
Jebeddo was.
I wasn't either.
Asher was, I think.
Jebeddo started the ceremony, and then it was interrupted right at the very beginning.
That's right, but that was enough
Okay.
for you.
Right.
Like, you have that memory of what the intention of the ritual is.
Yes.
I told
And
you
he
guys
told
we
me
knew
about
it.
So Keth knows now too.
We all shared the memory technically, so
It's true.
That's fair. We all experienced everything.
The angels fly above this circle of items, and they create a connection of energy between them. And once they are all connected, this energy, glowing light of many colors, of blue, red, green, white,
Scarlet.
all of them,
Black.
brown,
Ochre.
no black,
Peach.
no ochre, no
Ruby.
no peach,
Olive.
Nope.
a
Violet.
Technicolor
Fawn.
dream coat,
Lilac.
you might say.
Gold.
Nope.
Chocolate. Mauve.
Nope.
Cream.
Nope.
Crimson.
Nope.
Silver. Gray.
Yes, crimson, yes. Crimson,
Oh.
yes. No silver or gray.
Azure. Lemon. Russet. Peach. Ruby. Olive. Violet. Fawn. Shoot, I'm
Why did you say
repeating
my
them.
name?
And blue.
Blue, yes, blue.
I need you all to know that as you were saying that, Mike reached out and grabbed my leg as if to say, please do not start reciting the colors from Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat before
Anthony,
I had even...
You had said 2 colors, and I had grabbed her to stop her, and it was too late.
Sorry.
They begin to channel power between them. These shimmering colors raining down on you. And Jennuvera, you suddenly feel that rush, that tiny ember of transmutation that's within you, bolstered into a roaring bonfire of transmutation within you. You feel like you could cast a dozen transmutation spells in this moment, or one really big one for 15 minutes. So you...
She looks up at everyone and gives them a thumbs up.
And
with that thumbs up, Jebeddo nods at Asher and Keth and just starts focusing all of his energy down into the center of Anmina.
Lanier, preparing himself for his part of this, steps up to the three of you. And he says, Jebeddo, the spirit that you seek, what connection do you hold to this creature?
I have always felt like I'm burning at both ends.
Asher, this creature that you seek has slumbered for long. What intention do you bring to this?
I bring the intention of hope.
I just saw Rob going through a checklist of like, oh fuck.
It's like,
How do I not fuck this away like I've done on the spot before?
I bring the intention of... I was like, my first thought was rebirth, and I was like, no. Okay. I'll say something vague. Hope. This is what happened. This is what went through your mind when you named a character Heaven. I get it now. I get it. You're like, don't name it Kevin. Don't name it Kevin. Heaven. Shit. I still give Hope. Hope, I think, is good.
Hope's fine. He nods. And he says, Keth, this world has moved on without him. He has slumbered for so long. What place do you see for this creature when he awakes?
Herrick's will find his place in this new world. In this, as the cycle has always continued, he'll find his place in it.
He steps back over to you, Gebetto, and he, one more time, leans in and he says, seek with your heart. Reach, failing, find him. And he places a hand on your shoulder. And go ahead and give me a charisma check, all three of you.
No dip. Hey. 12.
Gebetto grabs his luck charm as he focuses on fighting off fighting fate head first, and gets a 14.
Okay. Keth?
Keth got an unnatural 1.
Can we use the items of power? Divinations gets rerouted real quick, briefly, and then just...
Jennuvera, give me a charisma check as well.
$22.
Hey, there you go.
She is very charismatic, obviously. As you've learned for the past 5 years, she is brimming with charisma.
Brimming with something.
Stuffed to the rafters with charisma.
Full of it.
With something.
Just,
She's definitely full of it.
she's definitely full of it.
Okay.
I hate when it takes you that long to say okay.
Same.
Because what I always think is that when you make us roll dice and then think a while, you've just been buying time.
What I always think is he's hoping we pass. And then when we don't, he's like, well, fuck, okay. Now something bad has to happen.
No. What I am doing is saying here is an opportunity
To teach us a lesson.
interesting story development to occur. And all we have to do is
kill
let
Kev.
fate decide what that looks like. And
Don't get fucking Dungeon World on me, bud.
Gebetto focuses his intention. He closes his eyes, and you feel the ground beneath your feet. It's like it envelops you, like it pulls you under almost. You feel yourself reach out into the stone. And Asher, you feel this sensation as well. You push further, deeper into the center of where this whole world. And you just feel yourself pulled toward this entity, this power, deep, deep within the world. Keth, you are struck with fear. And in that fear lives doubt. In that moment of doubt that you have, what do you see? Who do you think on?
Keth fears living on after this. After conquering Shadow, he fears the openness of the world and finding his place in it.
When that fear of this unknown world, that fear of home with no place for you, appears in your mind, it is accompanied by an image of a bird-like mask and golden flowing hair. And for a moment, everything is spun off kilter. Jebeddo, Asher, you feel as this sensation is torn away from you, as this focus is lost. And Jennuvera, the ritual that you have been a part of, a piece of, that has been flowing within you, you too feel as it begins to careen away. You feel the power inside of you welling beyond control, that it is on the brink of destruction. You rein that power in, and you tap into this ritual in a way beyond simply being a tool of it. You contain it within you for a moment, a single conduit of all of the powers in that place. Refocusing it. And it is back in the grasp of the three of you. And Keth, you regain that moment from yourself. Recapture it. And push that power the rest of the way until the four of you see before you a closed eye. It is the only thing, it is not physically in front of you, but it is the only thing that you can see. Your mind is consumed with the enormity of this single closed eye. A rush of power from Lanyar washes over and through the four of you, straight to that eye, which snaps open, brimming with golden light. And at the edges, veins of shadow. Suddenly there is a rending of the world. You can hear it, you can feel it as the mountain you stand on shakes under your feet. The ritual clears from your mind, and you are standing in this place as across from you, a beam of golden energy tears through the mountain, crumbling it to dust. In its place, a gaping scar to the center of the world as the golden light blasts into space above it. There is a rumble in the sky. Thunder without lightning or clouds. And amongst you, in all of your heads, the voice begins.
You have awoken me here, in this place. I live again.
Herrick's?
Yes, you speak to the cycle unending, to the great flame that brings all and binds this world. You speak to the elevated mind. You speak to the god of magic and creatures alike.
There's one that means to disrupt the cycle, and we need your help.
A slow rumble across the sky builds in intensity.
This one wishes to disrupt.
Feel the shadow still upon the land. I can feel its touch upon me.
Teladoc turns to you. Says, "We would bind him to the pact, but we cannot do so until he has contained what he will be feeling here." And Lanier says, "You must speak to him, calm him, allow him to understand that that shadow he carries is not him. He must live with it. He must understand it, but he must keep it separate."
The Herald of Caliesto greets you, Representative.
Touched by Titan, you have brought her word to this world.
Her word is unity. It is strength in numbers against a foe that can be controlled together.
Control. There was never control in Shadow. It is destruction. I can feel its rending claws, a festering wound upon me.
And yet your strength, stronger than that of the Fae, stronger than that of the greater races, both of whom learned to balance the shadow that touches them, will lead you through this, Herix.
Balance? You speak of balance in the Fae? Their solution was to put me to sleep, not find balance, remove a problem, ignore it.
And now we know better. You see here the father of the greater races, here with us to awaken you.
You have come back to finish what you started, little Fae.
No. I did not come here to hurt you. I have come to right a wrong. I have come to show you. He looks at Asher. Hope. That there is a way to carry the burdens you carry and be what you are meant to be.
And what say you, child of my creation, spawn of my kin?
I just want to say that that the shadow is not you, and you are not shadow. That, well, you feel its claws. What was it was a good word you used. What was the word you used? I was gonna write it down, and then
Why, you carry the touch of him upon you.
Yes. Yep.
To me, my children of the dragon, the great dragon lords, come forth.
So about that, actually, that was another whole. Remember when Gebeddo was talking about unity?
Heed my call.
They're not gonna. They chose to go in a different direction, and that direction isn't important right now. What is important that you remember what Gebeddo said, because it was so good. It was so good about the unity and the Gebeddo. You were maybe say it again.
Alone now.
Oh, no. All of your brothers and sisters are so excited to have you
Stuffed
back.
to the rafters with charisma.
Full of it.
No, yeah, that's a great point, Jennuvera. Marcus was talking about that he can't shut up about you. He misses you, and he can't wait to greet you. Right, Angel, Marcus, Flame Guy?
This is why the gods ignored us, huh, Gebeddo?
Y'all are doing a great job.
5 years, and it's all for this, baby.
I said one word, and for the first time, it was correct.
That's character development.
Snap.
The Angel of Mercus looks to you, and he says, "We will not begin the binding until he is ready."
Herrix, can you just give a thumbs up?
In regards to what, Steph?
That he's ready. He's ready.
Teledoc says,
He is most certainly not ready.
What is left for me here but shadow? I will purge this place. We will start anew. We can begin again fresh without the power of shadow.
flame begins to sprout in the air, burning and crackling as golden lightning flashes across the sky. A void of fire begins to swirl in the air above the scar.
Gebeddo takes a sip from Gillick's flask. And he pulls out the pewter ball with the false enchantment on it. And he just is nervously fiddling with it. And he says, "True being, if you destroy the world now, you'll never learn the secrets that we uncovered in the last 300 years. You would be amazed by the things that we found, by the things that your children and the other greater races that owe our lives to you have come up with in your absence."
There are always more secrets, little one. There are always things to learn and understand, and there will be again when the great cycle turns over.
You're not wasteful.
The swirling fire spins, the lightning flashes, and the sky burns. But there is a hesitation in the air.
You truly think the state of things as they are, the shadow covering this land, touching so deeply upon this world, upon us all, you think there is still hope for survival?
This cycle's not over yet. You'll have the revolution that you desire. But it's not yet. This is the dawn of a new era for us.
Herix, you are not the god of destruction. You are the god of new beginnings. And that is what we need from you. We need your help. We need you to overcome what you are just about to succumb to, but you will not succumb to.
And if you fail, if the shadow wins and it takes me, there will be no rebirth.
Your brothers and sisters won't let that happen.
My brothers and sisters have always thought too highly of themselves.
That's true.
There has always been a need to understand the threats and dangers we face. There is a place for confidence, but there is a place for understanding, and I need you to understand. If I seek the dawn with you, if I stand side by side with you and watch the fall of shadow, but we fail, we will have doomed this world forever.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we thought too.
My job is to stand at this precipice, and when I think that all is lost, to start anew. I am telling you that I feel all here is lost, but I understand that there are weights upon my mind that make my judgment not my own. And so I turn to you, children of this world, those who seek to worship as the greater races, from he who represents the greater races. I turn back now to you. Do you take this responsibility on yourself?
Everybody's always trying to make us take responsibility.
I really wish someone else would.
Like this is like Redbridge and him
Even
and
fucking gods,
always-
dude.
This one kind of feels like it's on us.
We do. Jesus Christ.
I mean,
The fire spins higher over the scar, and the thunder and lightning and the burning fire in the sky abate until that ball of fire spins, and standing there as the fire dissipates is a massive, shimmering, iridescent dragon. As it stands there, colors seem to sheen across its back. It is larger than any dragon you've seen, as tall as a mountain. And its face slowly cranes over toward the mountain, lowering itself toward you. And as the face comes in, it is gigantic.
I would help you fight this fight. I will face the shadow. And if we die, then so too will the world burn at our backs. But we will die together. The greater races and myself, the great cycle, once again to war with Shadow.
The teledoc looks to you, Gebeddo.
Are you ready?
Thumbs up. And he winks at Jennuvera.
The angels stream off into the sky, surrounding Herix. And they lean their heads back and begin to glow with colors, each corresponding to their skin. And voices come from them that are not their voices, but voices that you heard across a plain, and they dig into your soul with the sound that comes from them. And one voice is a voice that you are familiar with, Gebeddo. It is the voice of Salius, who begins the ritual.
We bind ourselves now to one another. We bind ourselves as part of a union to protect the greater races from the forces of power we would bring to bear unchecked. We will fight the shadow at their behest. We will stand beside them, shoulder to shoulder. But in all other matters, we will stand back. For this world is not our world. We will take their worship. We will grant them strength. But we will not meddle, and we will not interfere. So swear us all.
So swear us all.
We will stand before them. We will provide our strength. And we will whisper words of encouragement. We will build up the greater races. We will watch their culture, their society, their lives grow and change, and in their desperate hour they can turn to us for strength that we will lend. They are our wards, but we cannot intervene. This understanding passes between us all and between this world. We know this now. This is how it must be. We swear it. We bind it. We are this pact.
We honor this pact.
Iora speaks.
By my blood.
And then Mercus.
By my strength.
Salius.
By my secrets.
And you, for the first time, see Herix engage with this. And he says,
By my spirit.
Oleander says,
By this land.
And the voice of Virillion clatters out. He says,
By our bond. This bond be sealed. Only to be unsealed. By the one who sees the greater joke.
and Salius, with a bit of a sigh in her voice, says,
And so it is bound.
There is a flash of light, and all the angels and dragons are gone. The steaming scar in the world where the mountain once stood remains. Glowing red and dark smoke pouring from it. Lanier lets out a big sigh.
Herrick's is huge.
He's real big. He's a big boy.
Guys, I mean, he's basically like my dad, so...
Hey everyone, just a couple quick reminders. If you like the show, don't forget to tell your friends. And you can head over to patreon.com/adventureinc and become a patron as well. You can also head to our website, adventureincpod.com, for links to our social media and the store where you can find t-shirts, stickers, and more. That's all. We'll see you next week.
Serious business.